The Rover mark has always symbolized excellence, with a pedigree which has consistently stood for luxury and refinement. Until comparatively recently, the opulence signified by the distinctive Viking ship badge could only be savored by those who could afford the privilege. The tradition of prestige motoring continues with the arrival of the 800 series. However, in 1984, the launch of the 200 series allowed the luxury associated with the Rover name to be enjoyed by a far wider buying public. In 2 short years, the Rover 200 series has quickly established itself as a range of highly desirable and compact sporting saloons, which are a distinct cut above the competition. The NEC Motor Show will see the debut of a significantly revised Rover 200 range, a range which will consolidate and continue to build upon the strengths established to date. Before taking a closer look at what improvements we've made, let's consider the success we've achieved in the market so far. The advent of the 200 series provided us with fresh ammunition to attack the highly competitive lower-medium sector of the market, which still takes the lion's share of all car sales in the UK. Despite the obvious popularity of the hatchback design, saloon sales have not simply remained constant, but have progressively increased over the past 3 years, a trend which has continued unabated into the first half of this year. 4-door saloons now account for nearly 30% of sales in the lower-medium sector. Indeed, they now outsell 3-door hatchbacks by a large margin. With its distinctive styling, superior specification and blend of both luxury and practicality, the 200 series has appealed to a very broad cross-section of customers. As you can see from these figures, on the one hand, the 213S models tend to be purchased by older people, those aged 45 to 59, and those approaching or at the point of retirement, in other words, 60 plus. Many customers in this age group may well be trading down from a larger company car, but want to retain the all-important elements of comfort and prestige with the additional advantage of economy. On the other hand, the more sporting 216 models have attracted a much lower age profile, with the majority of sales being made in the 35 to 59 age group. This perhaps reflects the 216's obvious appeal to image-conscious executives. This broad spectrum of buyers is one of Rover 200's greatest strengths and has provided substantial sales opportunities. What's more, it's achieved acceptance with not only individuals, but fleet buyers as well. In extensive market research surveys, we were anxious to establish what people liked most about their Rover 200. 2 factors stood out above all others: fuel economy and styling. Quite simply, the 200 series benefits from small vehicle economy, yet has the look and feel of a car worthy of carrying the prestigious Rover badge. However, whilst the 200 series has undoubtedly been a great success story in its own right, there's no room for complacency in this highly competitive sector of the market. So we asked existing owners if they were in any way dissatisfied with their car. The only 2 significant criticisms received were boot access and the lack of a sunroof. The new 200 range directly addresses these specific comments. However, that's not all. In addition to a new boot design and providing a factory-fitted sunroof, we've sought to emphasize the Rover parentage. In doing so, we've provided owners with even greater levels of sophistication in terms of styling, specification, and sheer drivability. The new boot has a loading height reduced by a substantial 20% down to the bumper line. It's now just 26.8 inches above the ground, nearly 8 inches lower than the previous 200 and 6 inches lower than the Orion. Of course, the Rover's capacious 15.2 cubic foot capacity remains unchanged. In profile, the new Rovers have a longer and sleeker look, the result of wider body side and bumper molding strips, and new wheel trims complement the style. Now standard on the 216 Vandenpla EFI, the attractive new sunroof offers a slide tilt facility as well as an interior screen. It's an option which can be taken on all other models. And to achieve the height of sophistication, electric sunroof operation can be specified from the Rover 213S upwards. The Rover 200 pedigree is now accentuated by superb new Rover 800 style interior treatments. New door casings and an integrated center console contribute towards creating a wrap-around cockpit feel, making the driving environment even more inviting than before. New upholstery trim materials echo the 800 theme too. The 213 has the stylish new Sonar Marl fabric. The S and SE versions take chalk stripe and diagonal velvet fabrics respectively, whilst the 216 Vandenpla glories in the fashionable luxury of sumptuous ruched leather. These sophisticated new features, combined with classy new Rover exterior paint colors, emphasize the thoroughbred nature of the new 200 models. But the improvements don't end there. The standard 213 now has full-width wheel covers along with small but important finishing touches like a dipping rear-view mirror and rear door courtesy lamp. Moving up, the S models will now enjoy distinctive bronze-tinted glass, a sporting tachometer, and an all-new 3-band electronic stereo cassette. In contrast, the SE models benefit from items such as distinctive wheel covers, electrically operated and heated wing mirrors, as well as electric front windows and a 6-speaker sound system. And with its new sunroof as standard, the Vandenpla has further luxury touches which include a leather-trimmed steering wheel and courtesy lamp delay. Finally, the Vitesse has new and stylish alloy wheels to reinforce beyond doubt its sporting nature. With enhanced appointments across the entire range, the new 200 series offers everything you'd expect from a Rover, but at an affordable price. And that's a point worth emphasizing to your customers. When we asked non-owners who had considered buying from the 200 range why they'd rejected the Rover in favor of something else, they were not only sadly ignorant of its high levels of equipment, but also believed that it was too expensive for them. It's up to you to tell them otherwise. Right from the start, the Rover 200 series has represented exceptional value for money. Mistakenly, non-owners were also concerned about fuel economy and unaware of the excellent performance characteristics offered by each model in the range. So enlighten them and explain the real facts. When you look closely at the figures for the 213 models and place them against the competition, you can see that Rover's overall average of 44.2 miles per gallon leads the field. However, the performance figures provide undeniable proof that although the 213 offers superb economy, its 12-valve 1.3-litre engine still packs a punch. The 0 to 60 time of just 11.7 seconds betters 3 out of 4 of its rivals by a big margin. It's the same story for the 1.6-litre models, the 216S and SE. The efficient S-Series engine, coupled with its high gearing, produces excellent economy. The 216's steady 56 miles per hour gives 55.8 miles per gallon, a figure that betters all but the newly geared up, yet more sluggish Belmont 1.6. On the 0 to 60 test, none of the 216's rivals can match its 10.1 seconds. When we move on to consider the economy figures for the 216 Vandenpla and Vitesse, their sporting performance has not been gained at the expense of economy. As you can see, the Vandenpla EFI returns no less than 54.2 miles per gallon at a steady 56 miles per hour. What's more, its overall average of 43.2 miles per gallon beats the thirsty Volvo by nearly 9 miles per gallon and leads both the Orion and Belmont. Of course, as you'd expect, our two top models come into their own in terms of performance. Charging from 0 to 60 in a rapid 9.2 seconds, the Vitesse clearly beats the Orion and Volvo. So, as you can see, there's a great story to tell across the entire range when it comes to economy and performance. Make sure your customers get to hear about it. Indeed, make sure that they're also fully aware that each model now offers even higher standards of specification. A complete list of improvements can be found in the new Rover Pocket Guide and Product Insight book. The new boot design and sunroof option bridge the only gaps that have ever existed in the 200 series armory. And with the new interior treatments, its parentage is now even more apparent. So, As we've shown, the 200 series is superior in every way to its competitors and certainly worthy of the Rover mark. But the thoroughbred luxury offered does not come at a premium. It really is the affordable Rover. With looks, style and comfort that appeal to a broad age range, that must mean substantial sales opportunities for you.